So, Blue Beetle, a movie that likely is going to flop, and we don't know if the character is going to be in James Gunn's DCU. But the question is the movie good? I think it's all right. It's all right. I had a good time watching it. Like it was a fun little movie to watch. So yeah, I thought it was all right. Not really up there as one of the top DCU movies, but not the bottom. It's not like I didn't think it was like a Black Adam or like a Suicide Squad, the first Suicide Squad, to like be specific. But this is kind of in the middle of all the DC movies that have come since I guess the DCU started. So yeah, I don't even know if you can say this is in the DCEU or the DCU. It's just kind of there, and I kind of hope it makes its way in the DCU because I like the character Blue Beetle in here, and I like Zolo Maraduena playing Blue Beetle. I thought he was good, and yeah, I've watched Zolo Maraduena in Cobra Kai. I think he's good, and like I think in Cobra Kai he got better as it went along. Like there were some moments early on in Cobra Kai where like I didn't really buy his acting that much, but like, I think later on I was kind of I actually liked him more, and I think he brings he brings that talent into playing Jamie. I'm about to slap the Latino out of me, but yeah, he's good as like Jaime Reyes, and as Blue Beetle, he's good. I like him in this. I think he's got a cool personality. Like I don't think he's like the best. Like he's not the like the character that shines the most in the movie. I know it's kind of funny to say as he's like the main character in the movie, but yeah, I think he's good. I think he's good in it. He's got a like pretty cool personality. I think someone who really stands out in this is George Lopez. George Lopez playing his uncle Rudy in the movie. I think he's good. I think he might be my favorite character in the movie, and it's another character or another person I've watched on TV, like the George Lopez show back in the day. And yeah, he's good in it. I think he's like he's very eccentric. You heard in like the trailer where he says like, oh, he says Batman's a fascist. So yeah, that's a funny line. He's got funny stuff to do in here, but he's also kind of like a tech wizard in here. He's definitely eccentric. I think yeah, he really shines in here. I like him in here. So yeah, George Lopez, pretty cool. And also Jaime's sister in here was her name Milagro. I wrote it down. I didn't really remember everybody's names, but she's good in it. When she like the time she gets in the movie, I think she's good in it, and that's the actress Belissa Escobedo. So I think that's how you say her name. But she's good. I think she's pretty good in here. And the parents also, the father played by Damien Alcazar, and the mother played by Espedia Carrillo. Yeah, they're good too. I like the family all around. I think the family is what shines the most in here. So I think like they're both good in their roles. The one that stands out as much as George Lopez in the movie is the grandmother, because you see in like the in the trailer where she has like the big minigun. So yeah, her holding that was pretty badass, and she has a pretty good role in the movie too. Like there's some funny scenes with her in the movie, and yeah, she's pretty good. And the actress is Adriana Barraza. So yeah, she's good, and she's kind of like a character in the movie that's also holding the family together. She's definitely got a kind of a leadership role in the family. So yeah, the family is good. They shine in the movie. I think it's the best part of the movie, seeing like the family all together in this movie. And the funny thing is with Jaime as Blue Beetle, that he has this thing what a lot of superheroes have, where he doesn't want to kill. But then you have the family in here when they have their scenes and they have their action scenes. Yeah, they don't give a F. It's funny. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I don't think it is, but there's some scenes in here where yeah, they actually it looks like they kill people. But Jaime doesn't. Yeah, it's like they're like yeah. I mean, it's good you don't want to kill, but yeah, we're not gonna hold back. Now let's go to the characters that didn't really work in the movie. You got Jenny Cord, who's the love interest in the movie to Jaime, and she's kind of a love interest that really didn't bring much to the movie. I didn't really care for her in the movie, so yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't want to I don't want to talk bad about the actress because she did what she was like directed to do, but I don't know. She didn't really bring much. Her character didn't really bring much in the movie. And then you got the villains, of course, with Victoria Court, played by Susan Sarandon. Like, great actress, but it just like the way the character was written, she was very generic. Just very generic villain. Like, she didn't really bring much to the movie either. She was just like, she's there to be ruthless, I guess. Susan Sarandon's a really good actress, but man, yeah, they just brought her in for like a role that really didn't bring much of her, I guess, her acting abilities in this. And then we got like the one who's like the villain who's fighting Jaime in the movie, fighting Blue Beetle in the movie, and it's like a character named Omek. He might be from the comics, I'm not sure, and he's played by Raul Max Trujillo. So I don't want to like talk about the actor here, but the villain wasn't that good at all, and like he had a generic suit at the end that was like, I don't know, it's something like, I think he looked like kind of like Doom, the video game Doom. But yeah, his suit at the end, it was generic, and the fights were very generic too. Like, yeah, the fights were just whatever. It was just like, there's nothing bad about the fights, but there wasn't really nothing new to it, I guess. I feel like the fights were kind of like the first Iron Man movie, just not as good as that. And yeah, still didn't bring anything new to the table for these like fight scenes in the movie. So yeah, that's where like the family scenes, I think, like the family scenes shine the most in here. They're like way better than the fights, and also with that Latino vibe in the movie, because like of course with like the family being Latino and the character Jaime Reyes being Latino, I think that brought a lot to this movie as well. And I appreciate it because I'm half Latino, I'm half Mexican, and like it's very recognizable to me. So yeah, so that was a cool thing. I mean, I would say it's not on par as being like the Latino Black Panther, because Black Panther, I think, is a really good Marvel movie. This is like a really average DC movie, and I think you can have you can have a better Latino superhero movie in the future. But this is a good start. So I would say it's kind of like Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel, where the fights were kind of like okay, like they're generic too, but with the family and the culture of that of that show being like bringing light into like the Muslim culture, I thought was cool. So yeah, it was very similar to Miss Marvel. So yeah, overall, I like the movie. I thought it was all right. I like Zola Duane as Jaime Reyes as Blue Beetle. I thought it was good, and I thought him with the family and the Latino culture, I thought that's what really shined in the movie too. Yeah, action's pretty generic. The villains weren't really that good, but I still had a good time watching it. So overall, I'm gonna give this movie a 7.2 out of 10. Like, it's all right. I feel like that's a good rating. But the question is, will this be in the DCU going forward in James Gunn's universe? That's tough to say, because this movie seems like it's gonna flop. I watched it in my theater. There were like, I would say, counting myself, there were probably like 7 or 8 people in the theater. That's pretty bad. I mean, that's pretty bad. So yeah, we'll see. But I would definitely welcome him in the DCU going forward. And if we get another Blue Beetle movie, I hope we get a better one, because yeah, it could be better. It could be definitely better. But yeah, tell me what you think about the movie. Were you a fan of this movie? Did you like it, or did you dislike it? Or were you like me and you were kind of like, oh, like you kind of thought it was okay? So yeah, until next time, peace out.